one for the last time. How's it feel?
Kind of feels like just any other day. I haven't really thought about it as the last one yet. Just trying to make the most of every day at this point.
Right, I asked Jason the same thing. What did you specifically hope to get out of the next 6 weeks of the preseason? And then when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, what can this group take away or work on for the next 6 weeks?
I think just in general over the next 6 weeks, it can become a grind. So just trying to be present each and every day. I know in the past I've wanted to just get through a practice because, you get 3-4 weeks into it and you're not playing anyone, not playing any games, playing the same people every day. But just being present every day and getting better every day is a big thing.
What have you learned having been through this about this time of the year? Maybe both management personally, you know what I mean? Like, you know when you choose spots?
I think more so it kind of gets easier. I remember my freshman year, I was dying after every single practice, and now like you get tired, you're sore and whatnot, but your body just gets used to it. So I think you don't really have to load manage. Jeremy does a really good job of making sure we're building into it and we're getting us the right amount of work we need to in. So yeah.
Two more for Ryan.
Obviously, you guys lost some pieces from last year. How do you replace those pieces?
Well, I really like the guys that we brought in. Pop and Jemiah have been really, really good over the summer. They've been really impressed with them. And then just some of it's going to come internally from some of the younger guys who didn't get to play as much last year. We're going to get a chance to step up now that some minutes have opened up.
Like you said, that you finally wanted an offseason to focus on your game. What did that look like in the offseason?
It was really similar to every other offseason I've done, except I actually had 3 months of work, which the difference between 1.5 and 3 months is way more than most people would realize. Like, I did a lot of the same things, but it wasn't too crazy different. It was just that 3 months really allows your body to make a change instead of just marginal improvements.
We actually went yesterday, saved our hours, so yesterday was kind of our first day. But it did. It felt good. And then I walk in the gym today. I cut an NIL deal with Kevin McHale, so he'll be joining us for practice later today. So everything's good.
In your prime, really,
Not very many. Yeah, his prime lasted a little longer than my prime.
I asked Jason, I asked Ryan the same thing. What are you hoping to get out of the next 6 weeks when you take a step back and look at a big picture? What do you want out of it?
Well, we're trying to form a team. That's what you do every year. Every team is unique. Every team is different. And obviously, we have some returning pieces, but we have some gaps to fill and holes to fill. And we've got 4 new freshmen and a couple transfers that we're trying to integrate into the lineup and figure out how it's all going to work the best. And that's what this 6 weeks is for.
Like in the past, I guess an NIT situation would be good for a young guy to use as a springboard. What did the NCAA tournament do in that regard for Jason?
He's been incredibly motivated this offseason, and I think when we start playing, people will see another pretty substantial jump in his skill set and his game, and I think it gave him confidence and really motivated him in the offseason to continue to work and grow his game. But I think we got a sneak peek at what he's capable of. He can impact the game on both ends of the floor, plays with a lot of energy, and Baylor Shireman led the Big East in defensive rebounds, and you get used to that after a couple of years, and somebody's going to have to fill that void, and I feel like Jason could be one of the best rebounders on our team.
So Jahan sitting over there with Larry before practice. What's it been like having him back on the program?
Yeah, to have 2 former players, Mitch was terrific last year, and now to add Jahans to it, it's been incredible. They've been through it, they've lived it. They can offer me some pretty good feedback, having played for me, and the trust level and the relationships that we have. But they've been there, they've done it. So I think, especially the young guys are approaching them a lot, asking them questions in terms of what my expectations are, and what goes in our culture and what doesn't. And nobody better to send that message than Mitch and Jahans.
How is Trey an assistant role now?
Trey's been terrific, and I knew he was going to be good when he was with me as a GA. You could just having grown up around it with his dad being in the profession his entire life, he really understood it for someone that hadn't done it much at that time. And then while he was at High Point, Coach Huss raved about him. So when I had the opening, I was happy that he decided to come back.
How easy of a call was that to make, considering I guess the impact he had in the role that he played with you guys?
Yeah, actually, we got together as a staff for dinner at the Final Four in Arizona and had Trey come by. So we spent a little time together right before that kind of all went down, and just probably cemented in my mind how much he had grown and the fact that he was ready for this spot. Yeah, those guys are invaluable. You know, they've been here, they've done it. Mason Miller's in his 4th year. You know, I think those guys have provided some really good guidance for these young guys. But, you know, they're in the gym all the time. So, you know, that part of it, I think it comes natural to this young group in particular. You know, and we finally got Pop healthy, so he's back getting into a routine after being out most of the summer. So the work ethic's there, the desire to be in the gym extra is there. Now we just got to figure out how to put it all together.
You have an overall health report for the team going into start practice?
Yeah, I think it's relatively good. Mason's back doing some stuff. Jemiah's a little under the weather, so he's going to be out a few days. But I think for the most part, we came through the summer pretty well.
What's it mean against the door in here, and what have you seen from him so far?
Yeah, he can really shoot it, and he can shoot it off the move, which obviously in our system is a huge thing. But you know, we had a scholarship late. He was interested. You know, we still have a lot of steps to take to ensure his eligibility, but you know, we're happy to have him in our program. He's got a chance to be a really good player for us.
What's that process look like for his eligibility? How do you get on your radar? Or do we reach out? How do you
I think some agents that we knew reached out, and now it's just a matter of it just takes time. You know, their family has an attorney, we have an attorney. Those attorneys are working closely with the NCAA to try to make sure all the paperwork that needs to be filed is filed, and then we'll go from there.
You have 6 newcomers on the team between the freshmen and the transfers. What's the balance of trying to get them up to speed, or be patient with them, but also kind of turn to them and give them chances?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna get some opportunities. Obviously, with losing Trey, Baylor, and Bello, you know, those guys took all of our minutes at the wing, so somebody new is going to be there. So, you know, they're going to get opportunities in practice. Obviously, with some of the exhibition games we're playing, they're going to have a chance to see what they can do, and, you know, then we figure out our rotation from there.
2 more. What about Pop did you see being a good fit for your program?
You know, we recruited him out of high school. He made an official visit here when he was in high school, so I've known him and his family a long time, and always been impressed with his toughness, and his guy absolutely hates to lose. You know, he's an incredible competitor, and you know, he was all Big 12, and we think we can help him in our offense be a little more efficient, and we're already starting to see the dividends of that as he understands that, you know, our offense will create some open shots for you.
Same thing with Jemiah. I know that was kind of the scenery stuff with him in a different setting, different offense. You've seen him come from the
Yeah, you know, in the transfer portal, you have to dig really deep. You know, you have to try to find the shots. You know, neither of them were incredibly efficient at the places they were, but if you dig deep enough, there were some shots they were really efficient on if they took the right shots. And some of it's a product of the offense, some of it's a product of the system, some of it's a product of them making better decisions of what's the difference between a good shot and a bad shot. But in the recruiting process, they were both hungry to become more efficient, and I think they saw us as an avenue to do that.